Hi children, good morning. How are you all? Hope you are fine and enjoying the classes now. Okay, today we are going to complete the lesson, ma. Okay, true height. Lesson true height. Okay, ma. It was a dream of a young boy from childhood, and it shows how his parents supported him. His mother told him stories from small, like what to do and what not to do. Whereas his father told him one thing: hard work leads to success. So both aside the mother and the father gave him good support from childhood, mom, from childhood, and he also had a strong determination. What no? That he must be the best athlete in life, and he must show the world what he is. He had many dreams. He had okay, you can say he had so many dreams regarding his future, and this is what today we are reading about him. We are reading about him. This is about the lesson about true height for 9th class students. Come on, today we'll resume our class, ma. Okay? True height comes chapter 2, ma. See here. In the previous class, we told you about Michael Stone's dream and how it was, and he wanted to break the record of 17 meters high. Okay, 17 meters feet height, and he started running on the runway. To take his last height, to take his last jump, to take his last takeoff. Yeah, come to open your page number 29, and take a pencils, ma. See whichever is necessary and whichever is important, na, I will tell you to underline. So just do it, okay, ma. So today we'll take out page number 29. So this we'll say about when he took a deep breath. Michael Stone. He took a deep breath while he was on the runway. It happened. He began to fly. Here, he took a deep breath. He ran on the runway. So, and just he began to fly. His takeoff was effortless. He showed his efforts without any efforts. So, Michael Stone was flying. So, this is what you can see. He's flying in the sky. Just as in his childhood dreams. So, this is what he dreamt when he was a child. He had many dreams, no? And now the dreams are coming true. These dreams he had when he was a child. That's what they say, childhood dreams. Only this time he knew he wasn't dreaming. Now this time he knew, no, he wasn't dreaming. This was reality. This was the reality. This was not a dream. This was real. Everything seemed to be moving in slow motion here. Now it was the reality. It was not a dream of the dreams which he had when he was a child. This is reality now, and now everything seemed to be in slow motion. The hair around him was the purest and fresh, because he was high. He was not on the ground. He was high above the land. Here the air was pure and fresh. He had ever since. This is what this first time he's taking his flight. Michael was soaring with the majesty of an eagle. So he was flying in the sky almost like an eagle. See, eagle, what you can say is a bird which rules the sky. You can say eagle is a bird which rules the sky. He was compared to an eagle flying in the sky. It was either the eruption of the people in the stands or the thump of his landing that brought Michael back to earth. So the people were shocked to see his jump. Finally, he landed on the earth. So long he was in the center, on his back with that wonderful hot sun on his face. So when he landed on the earth, he felt the sun on his face. So he could only vision the smile on his mother's face. So when he landed, he could only just imagine the smile. He could just take a look at the smile which his mother had on her face. So they said the mother's smile. See, whenever a son or a daughter does something good, who will be the happiest person on earth is the parents. Who will be happy, ma? Always the happiest person on earth to see the children in good position. Okay, is none other than the parents. He knew that his dad was probably smiling too. So he saw the smile on his mother's face, and he knew the same thing would be on his father too. His fathers will be smiling. Why? Because the son achieved the greatest achievement in his life. So, even laughing, both means his father, Michael Stone's father, would always do that when he got excited. So whenever both his father got excited, he used to smile. He used to smile, and that sort of giggle. So, giggle means laugh. Giggle means laugh. So what he didn't know was that his dad was hugging his wife and crying. So what he never knew in the crowd was his father was hugging his wife, holding his wife tightly. Holding his wife means his wife. His father was holding his mother tightly than ever before. Okay, hugged his wife and started crying. Who started crying? The father caught all his wife tightly in his arms and he started crying. Not because of sorrow, because of happiness. Too much of happiness. He was crying harder than Mildred had ever seen before. He was crying the worst, He never expected. Okay, his son also never expected to see his father crying so bitterly as before. But the cry was not in a sorrowful mood. It was in the happiest mood of his father. She also knew he was crying the greatest tears of all tears of pride. So the mother knew, his wife knew that her husband was not crying because of sorrow. He was crying because his son he broke the record and he brought them a very good name which no one else did, because it was the dream of his sons from childhood. And today he achieved the dream, he completed the dream. She also knew he was crying the greatest tears of all tears of pride. Pride, what now? You see, my son is the best. Nobody can do better than him. So that's the pride he has in him. Michael was immediately swarmed with people hugging and congratulating him on the greatest extraordinary. So the moment Michael landed on the ground, within no time, the crowd came around him. People started hugging him and they started saying congrats. They congratulated him because it was the greatest effort in his life, which he broke the record. He broke the world record in the national games. He later went on that day to clear 17 feet 6.5 inches. So on that day, the height which he went through was 17 feet 6.5 inches. A national and international junior Olympics record. So he broke the record where not only in the national, he broke the record even in the international record. He broke the national and international junior Olympics record by jumping clearing the feet of how much? 17 feet and 6.5 inches. So it was a record break for the national and the international junior Olympics record. With all the media attention and heartfelt congratulations, we saw all the media. Because the media will be there at once to take out snaps of the videos and all. And heartfelt congrats. Michael's life would never be the same. So his life is not the same now. He's no more a country boy. He's no more a village boy. Today he's in a different position now. That's why we are reading about him. But main cause we are reading about him. Why? Because of his hard efforts from childhood. Is what now? He has his strong determination. I will do it. And this is what he did it. He did it. It wasn't just because he won the National Junior Olympics. So the pride came not because he won the National Junior Olympics and set a new world record. So it was not only example that he won the National Junior Olympics and set a new world record. This was the world record which he set. What the record is? The record was 17 feet 6.5 inches. And it wasn't because he had just increased his personal best by 9.5 inches. It was simply because Michael Stewart was blind. So first of all, regarding all this topic now, we all thought we read about him, but we never knew that he was a blind boy. So he was here. Michael Stone was blind. So what was he? Michael Stewart was a boy. Who was blind. And this topic was written by whom? The writer was David Nestor. So here it gave us a very very good example to how to be and how to live our life and how to show the world what we are. And I know my students will do it. They will do it. Okay, now we have completed the lesson. I hope all of you enjoyed the lesson. Come to page number 31. Page number 31. No, come on. I will complete this in the next class, I think so. Because it is a lot of grammar part here. So, do one thing. We will just stop here because the topic won't stop. So, today we have seen the lesson more clearly. And this I will give in the next class because a lot of grammar part is pending here. And see, in the previous class I gave you homework also. to read the meanings twice. Read the meanings twice. So today your work will be coming to this page number 18 ma. Page number 18. See, we have a poem, The Duck and the Kangaroo. Page number 18, Duck and the Kangaroo. I want to write about the Edward Lear, the poet. The poet, he wrote The Duck and the Kangaroo one time. Take it as day number 13. Day 13. One time. Okay, ma? Am I clear? This is your homework today for day 13. So, students, I wanted to write this thing, homework, in a very good handwriting. And second thing is, you must write the date compulsory. See, many of you are not doing it, ma. Many of you are not writing the date. I am telling you from the very beginning till the end. The date is compulsory, and the name of the lesson is compulsory. But some are doing it, some are taking it as a deaf ear. So this is not what I taught of my students, ma, and I hope they will change. Okay, ma. So do the homework, write the date and the name of the poem clearly with good handwriting. See, students, if you have any doubts, I'll be happy to clear doubts any time. Okay, it's not a problem for me. But regarding the doubts, please only the lessons, regarding the syllabus only. Okay, my students, am I clear to you all? Only regarding the syllabus only. Okay, students, bye. Take care, ma. Have a good day. Enjoy yourselves.